refreshing drinks, and luxurious accommodations? Then look no further, or listen, rather, than All in a Day's Drive. The podcast that takes you on a journey through the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, history, the outdoors, hiking, skiing, shopping, and more. From the stunning landscapes and historic landmarks to the world-renowned attractions, we'll show you the beauty and wonder that Pennsylvania has to offer. All of this and more in just one day's drive. What are you waiting for? Hop in the car and join us for an adventure you'll never forget. And now your host, Matthew Dowling, and today's guest on All in a Day's Drive.
Well, thanks for joining us on another episode of All in a Day's Drive. I'm your host, Matt Dowling. Today I am at Braddock's here in Farmington, Pennsylvania, and I'm with the chef, and we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the fun things that are going on at Braddock's, and I know we want to get to a discussion on bands and bike nights and things like that, but maybe let's start with the culinary side of the program. So what made you want to be in the kitchen? What made you want to be a chef?
Actually, I started doing it when I was 14 years old, and I was washing dishes, and then like a year later that led into the kitchen, and I started dabbling in that, and even through high school and stuff, I just always held a job in the kitchen, and it progressed, and I worked a lot around the area, and I was at Nemacolin for several years, the Stonehouse, and had my own food truck and catering company, and now here I am.
So what is your favorite type of food or cuisine to prepare?
Barbecue, I'd say, is my forte, but and everything really. I mean, soups and sauces and stocks and steaks and gourmet burgers and sandwiches and comfort food.
Sure. So, if you're making barbecue, and I've tried that a few times, are you a purist with your barbecue? Do you use any liquid smoke, or
No.
What type of wood do you use?
It's all mountain hard fired. It's all mountain hardwood. All of my smokers are Lang smokers out of Georgia, and they're all fed with firewood manually. They're not digital. So you have to stand with them and babysit and regulate the temperature and stuff, but the product is second to none.
And let's talk about what you're smoking out there, what you're barbecuing: pork, beef, what cuts?
Yeah, we do pulled pork, we do ribs, brisket, hot sausage, half chickens. We make a thing a lot of people we're kind of famous for is the hog fries, hog mac and cheese, but I smoke everything. I mean, I've smoked wild game, deer and moose, and pretty much everything. Lamb, I smoke a lot of lamb. So
barbecue, as you're kind of crossing the US of A, has a different meaning in different cities. You know, what type of sauce do they use? Is it wet? Is it dry? Is it a rub? What do you like?
We use a Memphis barbecue. It's a vinegar based, real tangy, very little spice and black pepper and Cajun seasoning in it, and then we also do a Carolina. It's like a gold barbecue, a mustard-based barbecue. So.
Okay, and what days of the week do you serve barbecue here? I know it takes a lot to run those smokers and to do it, but how many days a week are you?
Well, I try to do it 5 days a week, but a lot of times it's only about 4. But it's every Thursday through Sunday. I'm trying to get Wednesday in there, but between staffing and we're closed on Monday and Tuesday, so getting the food smoked Tuesday and Wednesday for the week, and then every other day to keep up. So, but ultimately, I like to have at least 5 days a week during the summer.
Well, and so you mentioned Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday smoking. Today's a Thursday, and it's one of your big nights here, especially in the outdoor world. Perfect weather. This is bike night. So tell me a little bit about how bike night works. How many people you get there? I was actually just out a week or so ago and have a couple videos. I was amazed at how many people were here.
Yeah. Typically, if the weather's nice, we can always expect a couple hundred bikes. Tonight's a special night. We have, it's one of the bigger ones. So we have Mr. Hand. They're a big 80s band from Pittsburgh. Uniontown. Cool. So they're very local. They're a great band. They have a big following. And I also have a mechanical pig coming. So it's like a bull, but it's called Harley the Hog. And Triple S Harley Davidson will be here promoting their Harley store. So, I'm hoping for 400 or 500 bikes tonight.
Now, Bike Night's not the only special event you guys do. You also have flea markets that utilize the big open fields up here.
So this is the first flea market of the year, Memorial Day, and people will start loading in Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday and into Monday, thousands of people will come through here for the flea market.
And, you on a weekly basis have some reasons why people may would like to stop in. My family, we like to stop in on Sundays because you always have the big buffet there. So tell me about some of the items on that Sunday brunch buffet and what times you offer it.
So it's every Sunday is 10 to 2. During flea market weekends, I'll do them Saturday and Sunday. But they'll be open at 8 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday this week. But typically it's 10 to 2. But there's everything on there from pancakes and French toast and biscuits and gravy, home fries, cheesy hash browns, bacon, sausage, and then we do a full omelet station, and then I have a carving station, which there's always ham or brisket or something on there as well.
Absolutely. So we have to get our first break in here on the program. We'll be right back on All in a Day's Drive. Hey, you're tuned into All in a Day's Drive. I'm your host, Matt Dowling. Today we are at Braddock's, a great restaurant in Farmington, Pennsylvania. And, I know you attract a lot of locals, but this isn't a restaurant that only services to locals. I'm sure you see a lot of visitors. And I almost laughed there because I looked over at the building and I remember what Braddock's was when I was growing up. This was a little shot in a beer type of bar. And your guys start drinking, I think, at 11 a.m. in there, and that's just not what you are anymore. You can host guests.
They start drinking at 8 in the morning here now. Yeah. But no, so with Ohiopyle, this is kind of the kickoff weekend. Ohiopyle will be open fully, Deep Creek. So that brings in a lot of traffic, and then Nemacolin, of course, and then just people traveling up and down 40, going from Pittsburgh or to DC and Atlantic City and stuff. So we get a lot of, even through the wintertime. I'm really surprised at the people that I see traveling from Ohio and hours away, and they come here just to get the Sunday brunch or come to Bike Night. So yeah, it's really cool.
So we promote our show not only locally to like our friends and neighbors that want to listen, although they can tune in on WMBS, but we also promote this program in places like Baltimore, Maryland, Arlington, Virginia, parts of New York and New Jersey, where you're only 3.5 hours from this area.
Yeah.
And what I want people to do is to come to my backyard and see the fun things that we can do here. If someone's planning a trip to this area, why should they stop at Braddock's? What makes you special in a part of time that they should take out of their mini vacation?
Well, if you're coming here just for the day to go check out Ohiopyle or whatever, and then come here and eat, or if you're coming for a weekend, we have OVR vacation rentals, and so there's 50 some houses right in the surrounding area here with pools and hot tubs, and they're secluded, very nice mountain homes, and we have a whitewater rafting company. So Fred also owns Whitewater in Ohiopyle, so you can come here, get a house, do a rafting trip, come have dinner at Braddock's, go to a bike night, or also every Saturday we do entertainment inside as well.
So let's talk about some of those special events. I know we already mentioned flea markets and bike nights, but when do you have some other bands or what else is going on the schedule this summer?
Well, we're opening up an amphitheater right up the road. It was an amphitheater years ago, for theatrical stuff, plays and stuff like that, and it's been closed. Well, it was a zoo for a long time. Sonny Herring had a zoo up there for many years, and but it's been sitting now for about 15 years. So we're bringing it back to life. And we have Mark Chestnut is coming in August 11th is Mark Chestnut, so that'll be the first big concert up there. And then Shenandoah's coming September 1st.
Great. And so even with those concerts that are going on,
so even not only up there, but we also have what is her name? Ashton Shepherd is coming here in October, so tickets will be on sale for her soon. Tomorrow they'll be on sale. And then Boomtown Saints, that date is July 15th, so tickets are already on sale for that.
Now, if someone wants to get tickets, can they visit the Braddock's website, or is something?
Yep,
someplace else they should
so the
visit?
Braddock's website or Farmtown Productions.
Sure, so you can get your tickets there. You also have your menu and some other information, calendar of special
we're
events.
actually revamping the website, so some of the stuff is a little outdated right now, but we'll be launching an updated website really soon, so everything will be current then.
So before we break today, before we go, I wanted to kind of get your recommendation off the menu. If there was something that you said, you're coming to Braddock's, this is signature, this is my favorite thing to prepare for guests, what would that be?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, there's a lot of people, if you're looking for chicken, for lunchtime, the OG chicken wrap, which is grilled chicken breast with cheddar cheese, onions, mushrooms, and sriracha ranch, and it's wrapped up, and that's a huge seller. And then the Dirty Bird, which is grilled chicken breast with bacon, pepper jack cheese, caramelized onions, and barbecue sauce. So that's another really big seller. As far as beef, the rodeo burger or our double smash burgers are two of the biggest selling burgers, and the cowboy brisket, you can also get that inside. It comes with pepper jack cheese and jalapenos and barbecue sauce. And then dinner time, I mean, we have everything from spaghetti and meatballs to double bone-in pork chops. A lot of the smoked stuff, and then we also do features every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so we'll do any number of things, different kind of cuisines and barbecue stuff or ethnic foods. So we're always playing with new stuff. Everything's homemade, so we have a lot of fun with that.
You're listening to All in a Day's Drive. Stay with us while we top off our tank and order an MTO. The journey across Pennsylvania will continue right after this pit stop.
Is your business using analog strategies in a digital marketing world? If so, then contact Matthew or Rebecca Dowling at Coordinated 360 for a professional consultation, where we bring in-depth knowledge and functional expertise with a holistic perspective. Coordinated 360 provides digital marketing, paid ad and media buying services, web design, social media management, video production, and more for businesses, organizations, and political campaigns. With decades of experience, Matt and Becky at Coordinated 360 can help you craft your unique message and share it with the world. For a no-risk media evaluation and recommendations, call 724-320-2212 or visit us online at www.coordinated360.com. Find us also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or email info@coordinated360.com.
When it comes to buying a home, what you see isn't exactly what you get. That's why home buyers should call Dave Dowling at Grandview Inspections at 724-208-4108. You'll see colorful flowers, freshly painted walls, granite countertops, gleaming hardwood floors, and other touches. What you can't see is the cracks, ancient plumbing, dangerous wiring, or broken appliances that might be revealed when you hire a home inspector. And when it comes to home inspectors, knowing yours has the qualifications and experience needed should be your number one concern. Dave Dowling with Grandview Inspections is an architectural engineer with over 30 years of commercial construction experience and hundreds of inspections under his belt. A home inspection is an opportunity for you to hire an expert to walk through the home and prepare a report outlining the home's major components, what needs immediate attention, and what will require maintenance after you move in. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so make sure your investment is everything you hoped it to be. Call Dave Dowling at Grandview Inspections at 724-208-4108.
You're listening to All in a Day's Drive. And now it's time for our special segment, Adventures with Kelly. Kelly is a woman with many hats. She's a wife, mother of two, and a speech-language pathologist. Hailing from southwestern Pennsylvania, she moved away for a few years before returning home to start her family. And boy, did she explore the United States during that time. From sea to shining sea, Kelly's adventures were nothing short of spectacular. But you know what? Since returning home, Kelly's perspective on her hometown and the surrounding areas has shifted dramatically. She can't stop daydreaming about her next adventure, whether it's exploring a new place or simply getting lost in the woods. And now, she's here to share all her wonderful travel tips and insights with us. So let's buckle up, get the kids in the car seats, fill up our tanks, and join Kelly and her family on this exciting ride. All in a day's drive, where the fun never stops.
Hi, I'm Kelly of Adventures with Kelly, and you're listening to All in a Day's Drive. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite hikes in Ohiopyle State Park. And I'm sort of calling it's the Meadow Run Trail, but I sort of in my mind call it the upper loop of the Meadow Run Trail. I live in Fayette County, where Ohiopyle State Park is located. I'm so blessed to have this in my backyard because there are just endless recreation opportunities in Ohiopyle. And I think it's one of the most visited state parks in the state. I think it's the largest state park. If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure exactly, but it's definitely popular, and for good reason. Just again, the amount of recreation and the waterfalls, which are my favorite, is just beautiful. The Youghiogheny River flows through, the Great Allegheny Passage goes through Ohiopyle State Park, so just a really cool spot. And I think there's over 70 miles of hiking trails in the park. There's lots of options out there, and I have a lot of favorites, but this is one I really like. And if you pick up a map, which I suggest that you do at the visitor center or other places in town, the Meadow Run Trail is described as a 3.2 mile hiking trail, and it goes along the natural water slides, which is an area that you can park, although that parking area is very busy in the summer. I think you can continue to Cucumber Falls, although I've never continued the trail to Cucumber Falls. But the section the hike I'm talking about involves parking off of Dinner Bell Road. So we like to park there, and just FYI, there's no bathroom facilities at this trailhead, just something to keep in mind. And when you get there, you'll see some trails. One is off to the left, and that one will take you back toward the natural water slides, but then there's two to the right, and that forms the loop. And I've done this trail clockwise and counterclockwise and enjoyed it. I've done it probably all 4 seasons too, and I've really enjoyed it. And so just this upper loop, and not going down the natural water slides, according to like my Strava app, is just a little over 2 miles. So it's shorter, and a little shorter, and I also like that it's a loop. So I prefer loop hikes when I can get them, because I don't have to, repeat any scenery. Everything's new. So I'll just kind of walk you through the hike, like with my family. Regardless of which direction you go, you'll sort of like go up a little bit and start descending down toward Meadow Run. So whenever you go down, you'll have to come back up. So it's kind of like an upward hike on the way back. And Meadow Run is beautiful. A lot of the trail parallels Meadow Run. It's just this beautiful stream. And sometimes when I'm down there, I feel like I'm living out west again, like I'm in Colorado or parts of California. It's just so pretty. And definitely a popular spot for trout fishing, I believe. I haven't done that, but I've seen fishermen down there. And then on a hot summer day, it's a popular spot for people to take a dip. People definitely like to swim in the natural water slides. But that's a little thrilling for me. So further up, Meadow Run is a little calmer, and I like to soak my feet or let my kids throw rocks and sticks and that sort of thing. And people like to sunbathe and things like that. So and again, regardless of which direction I'm going, the waterfalls are the destination. I've heard them called the Cascades or Cascade Waterfalls, but either way, it's like a mile down to the falls and then a mile back. And so Ohiopyle has lots of waterfalls that are popular. Cucumber Falls, Ohiopyle Falls, Jonathan Run Falls, and then the Cascades are beautiful too. I mean, they might be a little less talked about, but they're worth the hike. There's like an upper and a lower, and they're beautiful. So the falls are sort of like, for my family, like our target or our destination that we want to get to. And that's where we like to take a break and eat the snacks or lunch that we packed and enjoy the views and just relax. And then, we have to get out of there and hike up. And so for my kids, I find it helpful to pack a special treat that they don't usually get, whether it's like Swedish fish gummies or some other kind of gummy that they enjoy, that they'll be really excited, motivated to hike for. And I find it helpful. I like to give them a treat at the trail markers, and the trail is nicely marked. So they're looking ahead towards the next trail marker, and they get excited when they see it, and that's good for them to recognize where they are, make sure they're on the trail, and look for trail markers. So that's just kind of a tip that works for us. So yeah, check out the upper loop of the Meadow Run Trail in Ohiopyle State Park if you get the chance. Thanks for tuning in to this adventure, and I hope to catch you on the next one.
Thanks for joining Kelly on this adventure here on All in a Day's Drive. You can learn more about Kelly and her adventures